going to have the job even of picking a player of the game in this fourth quarter. I'm sure he'd be top of your list right now.
Yeah, he's done what they've needed to be done. I know they've shot a lot of threes, and Justin Robinson has been great too, but Jameson has just been doing everything out there. Offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds, and he's kept Bennett Cook to a low-scoring game.
Now, fourth quarter action underway. Glasgow fakes it. Can't get the floater to go. Bennett Cook does well to save it from going out of play. And he knocks it off Saquon Jameson for a Sheffield Sharks ball.
Yeah, he missed two right at the beginning, Jameson. But again, he just kept going. And, you know, grabbing those rebounds kind of brings the momentum.
Well, it's overturned, and it's going to be a Surrey Scorchers ball in the end. The officials just had a word over it. Oh, we see it here on the replay. Oh, it's a shot clock violation, in fact, as the ball did not touch the rim as the ball trickled over the top. Hard to tell from our angle. Cooper. Lawrence. Shot clock at 4. Ball into Jameson. Jameson gets it to go. And Saquon Jameson continues to cook in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, he's feeling it. Let's not forget about that three he made as well.
Rock. Guarded by Cooper. Here's Nixon to the basket. Nice move. And Prentice Nixon finishes. Cooper. Swings to Lawrence. Jameson. Hands off. Josh Steele at the elbow. Ball goes in and out. Rebound secured by Green. Oh, it's going to be a charge. Oh, it's going to be basket and count it. And Sheffield Sharks will go to the line for a three-point play as Bailey commits the foul. Interested to see this one back.
Yeah, that's a tough call.
See Green driving inside, and it's going to be a foul called on Bailey in the end. Basket will count, and Green will go to the line to convert on this three-point play. Now, Malik Green knocks down the bonus free throw. Here's Robinson now. Finds Bailey. Hands off to Robinson again. Steele calling for it at the three-point line, looking inside. Nice pass. And once again, it's that man there, Saquon Jameson.
Yeah, they're unable to stop him right now. And I feel like he's feeling it, just like I said a moment ago. Like he saw those couple easy baskets go down, got those offensive rebounds, and now everything's just easy for him.
Nixon gets the scoreboard ticking once again with the 2. Bailey hands back to Robinson. Jameson finds Robinson again. Shot clock down to 7. Steele, corner 3 ball. Can't get it to go. Rebound tipped out into the hands of Glasgow. Glasgow, nice pass, and Green jams it in on the fast break. And this is the kind of basketball we need to see more of from the Sheffield Sharks if they want to work their way back into this one.
Yeah, there's still 7 minutes. I've seen a lot worse things happen.
Well, substitutions coming in for both teams. And as you say, I mean, there is plenty of time, Raf, for Sheffield to go on a run here, but it's transition basketball like this. They really need to up the tempo of the game if they want to go on a run here.
Yeah, you know, it's a game of runs. Let's make sure that, you know, Surrey don't take this for granted and make sure that they keep this rolling through the next game. The game is far, far from over.
Ball into Green. Backing down Bailey. Green going to work. Puts it up, puts it in. And Green with a couple of back-to-back scores for the Sheffield Sharks. Lang driving baseline into the hands of Steele. Robinson swings to Jameson. Jameson again for 3. No good that time for the big fella.
Yeah, almost fell out my chair.
Rock now finds Green inside. Robinson does well at hold off Green, and it will go back to the Scorchers. Well, of course, tonight's the first of a back-to-back for the Surrey Scorchers. Leicester Riders are in town tomorrow. Less than 24 hours turnaround between the two games. Bailey, corner, 3-ball. Can't convert that time. I'm sure lots of Riders fans, Raf, will be watching this game with keen eyes, looking ahead to tomorrow's matchup.
Yeah, like I was about to say, Leicester are a completely different team to Sheffield. They can shoot with the best of them, so they're going to have to, tune up and make sure that they, they keep making shots. And Jameson has to put in another great double-double performance.
We've cut the lead down to 15 points here. The Sheffield Sharks. I feel like if they can make it a 10-point game with 5 minutes to go, it could very well be game on. Mid-range 2 is good, and Sheffield Sharks are slowly chipping away. 13-point lead for Surrey. Robinson, nice pass, and it's stolen again by Sheffield.
They need a basket here.
Step back, mid-range 2, knocks it down. The lead is down to 11. And Sheffield Sharks say this game's not done yet.
Yeah, like I said, they've done it to us. So hopefully Surrey can, figure out what their turnover situation.
Oh, a few words being exchanged here between Rock and Robinson. Players being brought in to separate the two teams. And this is not what you want to see out there on the court. Robinson and Nixon exchanging words. Glasgow and Jameson looking to separate things here. Going to be officials both sending players to the benches to talk things through over what they've just seen. But, Raph, this isn't what you want to see as tempers flare in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're a basketball player. You know when you step in those forward lines, there's going to be a lot of emotions. You don't want this to happen, but we'll see which team can kind of use this break and use that emotion to kind of take the rest of the game.
Sheffield were going on a run up until this point. Here's a look at the at what happened. You see Robinson just knocked the arm away from Rock a couple of times, and then a few words being exchanged, and then Robinson and Rock see him give that push as well, and then the players get involved, looking to separate things between the two sides. Timeout being called here just to settle both teams down after those exchanges.
Yeah, if I'm the coach, this isn't something I could talk about, but if I'm the player, if I'm the captain, I'm saying, okay, don't let these guys disrespect us. We can pull the game back and let's figure it out. The game is a lot closer than we've felt like it has been for the previous amount of time, but Sheffield do have a chance to pull it within 10.
Well, the official was just talking to the table here to explain to them what the call was going to be, because, of course, both players were involved in the action. Could easily be a pair of technical fouls either way. Interesting to see what the officials have called here. Of course, no one wants to see tempers flare as this game winds on, but Sheffield Sharks certainly felt like they had momentum going into this break here. And with the break in play now after this altercation, it could easily hold momentum, and interesting to see how both teams come out of this break, Raph.
Yeah, this season there's been a lot of passion, but it just shows how much these players actually care about each and every result. I know, it might seem like a little push and back and forth, but it's about, the results of the season, how your team's doing, and how you're feeling in that moment. You see Justin Robinson there, like I said, I've been saying 2 times MVP. I'm sure he's been in this situation many times before, but which team can recompose themselves and finish out the game?
Well, you see Justin Robinson there. There's an unsportsmanlike foul on Robinson and an unsportsmanlike foul called on Rock in the end, so both fouls cancel each other out, and we are back underway. Paddy Wang's 3 is off. Last touched by the Surrey Scorchers, say the officials, and it will be Sheffield ball. 5 minutes and change to go here in the fourth. Sheffield Sharks are reeling the Surrey Scorchers back here. Big possession coming up for Atiba Lions side. Glasgow finds Nixon, guarded by Steele. Screen comes from Green. Green's open, driving inside. Off the glass, gets it to go, and the foul. And Green will gun the line for a three-point play.
That is a huge, huge play. They found the right guy. You know, it was a bit slow to get it going, but, you know, he's figuring it out.
Well, timeout called on the floor. Sheffield Sharks reading the Scorchers back in. This one's going down to the crunch. Back with you after this short break.
We got some ex-employees from Surrey. We got Sam, Nick and Mark. Let's make some noise first of all. These guys, let's go. We got Mr. Sam and he's going to go up first. I'll try after. Before you don't miss it, I'll try after. Alright, let's go. What's up? Ooh. I mean, you hit the backboard this time. At least you get Alright, here we go. Don't worry, Nick, just go really high. Ah. Oh, that's close. Right, we got Mark. Mark, you got one more try. I don't know, Sam's telling me how long ago, but we'll see. Mark's up! Oh! Should I go for it? Let's see if I got time. Right.
Welcome back to Surrey Sports Park, where Malik Green has wheeled his team back into this one. He's really taken over in the third quarter, now up to a double-double, 17 points, 10 rebounds for him. And Rafi's really put the team on his back alongside Prentice Nixon in this second half. Yeah,
he took a little while, but, you know, Surrey gave him a lot of chances when they were up by, you know, double figures, almost 20 points, and now he's starting to get it going. Can they shut him back down?
Under 5 minutes to go, and the lead is down to 8. Jameson hands off with Robinson. Now Wang on the wing. Jameson backing down Cook. Shot clock down to 5. Jameson nowhere to go. Good defense by Cook, and he ends up with the rebound.
There you go. Struggled with the size of Cook there. But let's see how this game goes. Sometimes it's hard when you get to pull your team back. Can you do the...
Oh, nice move, and it's gobbled up by Sheffield. Second chance opportunity coming. Green can't get it to go, and Cook ends up tipping it out of play. Yeah, like I was saying, it takes a lot of energy to kind of bring your team back, but can you do what's necessary to get over that hump? Out Lloyd Gardner, his side were cruising in the first half. Sheffield Sharks have come storming in the second half. They've held Surrey to just 4 points in this fourth quarter so far. Lawrence, nice pass. Jameson, it's going to be an offensive foul, and Rodney Glasgow takes the charge. Incredible defense.
What a you know, tale of two sides. 4 points in the quarter. It's going to be tough. You live by the 3, die by the 3. But, you know, as Jameson has been kind of filling the holes, he's struggling right now, but let's see if other guys can pick it up.
Well, Sheffield Sharks are going to get this one back. The captain, Rodney Glasgow, taking one for the team, putting his body on the line, and it results in a change of possession. And again, Sheffield chipping away at this Surrey lead, under 4 minutes to go here. And at the rate that they're putting points on the board, could very well be game on. in the game's final moments.
Yeah, let's see the ball go to Green, see what he can do. Let's make sure we space the floor. And, you know, the weight is there. Let's see if he can carry Sheffield to a comeback win.
And sorry, they've only scored 4 points in this fourth quarter. I'm sure plenty for Coach Lloyd Gardner and his coaching staff to think about here.
Yeah, you know, the momentum's shifting, but Surrey is still up. If they can get stops, get easy baskets, I feel like they can pull it out.
Eitel finds Glasgow. Guarded by Robinson. Here comes the screen from Green. Rotino puts it on the floor. Driving inside, can't get the finish. Gathers in the offensive rebound and gets it to go on the second chance opportunity. Mohammed hands off with Robinson. Lawrence even. Here's Wang. Wang fakes it, puts it up, can't get it to go. It's another stop by the Sheffield Sharks.
So we need to stop here. Who do you go to? Let's see what Malik Green can do.
Nixon turns the corner, kicks it out. Glasgow, extra pass. Eitel for 3. Can't get the triple to fall, and it's rebounded by the Scorchers.
That's a big miss, but it's a good shot. They got a wide open shot. They got to make sure they get this stop and not let them change their momentum.
Mohammed open for 3, back iron. Can't get it to go. Another rebound chased down by Glasgow. Chance for them to chip away at this lead even more. Green. Nixon pulls up. Mid-range 2 is short. And trickles out of bounds for a Surrey ball.
Yeah, I think it's a tough shot by Nixon.
Timeout called on the floor. And don't forget, folks, it's the British Basketball League All-Star Game coming up mid-March.
The game of basketball requires a high level of concentration, advanced physical skills, and a deep knowledge of strategy. It's also an unbeatable fun.
That's what I'm talking about.
Nothing beats unbeatable basketball.
Get it, boys.
Nothing beats high-flying dunks. Nothing beats three-pointer from deep. Wow! Woo. Nice. Nothing beats selecting your favourite players from the north and south. Nothing beats the best basketball entertainment. Watching the UK's best ballers. The sickest skills in the UK. It's the All-Star Game, baby. Unbeatable All-Stars. March 17th, London Copper Box. Woo!
Yeah, March 17th, the best of the North take on the best of the South. And there's still time for you to make your All-Star votes. You can head to the British Basketball League website, hit the tab that says All-Star Voting and pick to have your say on who makes the starting fives for both Team North and Team South. Anyone from this game, Raf, do you feel maybe could have a chance at making the All-Star Game starting five?
Well, you know, if it was just based on this game, I would say Saquon Jameson.
Could even vote Raf Thomas-Edwards as well, potentially.
Yeah, get your votes in.
Shameless plug there for you, Raf. Oh, it's stolen again by the Sheffield Sharks. Score on this possession, it could be a really tasty finish at Surrey Sports Park. Nixon finds Glasgow, guarded by Robinson. Shot clock at 6. Screen comes from Cook. Glasgow looking to drive left, gets enough space for the mid-range 2. Can't get the drop, and it's rebounded by Surrey. Robinson finds Lawrence. They've left him wide open for 3, and Lawrence says thank you very much. It's a huge 3 for the Surrey Scorchers.
Yeah, that's a tough shot. Andrew Lawrence has been around the league for a while.
Nice move inside, and Bennett Cook. Strong finish off the glass.
Yeah, and Andrew Lawrence, like I said, didn't feel the pressure. Wide open, does what he does.
Scorchers held to just 7 points in this fourth quarter. Here's Jameson, hands off with Lawrence. Guarded by Eitel. Skip past to Mohammed, just loses control of it. And it's going to be a Scorchers turnover. Now Prentice Nixon dropping dimes out there. Beautiful pass into Bennett Cook. Gets it to go for 2. And once again, they are within touching distance of the Scorchers. Chance to chip away at this lead once again. Nixon out to Eitelrock. Screen from Cook. Green puts it on the floor. It's going to be a foul called, and he will head to the line to shoot 2. And Rafi's really put the team on his back. Chance for him to get his tally up to 20 from the charity stripe here.
Yeah, this being his first game of the championship, I'm not sure if he can make the All-Star game, but, you know, he might be my vote.
Yeah, certainly has been incredible here tonight. 18 points, 11 rebounds for Green. Certainly has been a spark plug for this Sheffield team since joining midway through the trophy campaign. Can't get the first to go. How big could that be? Under 40 seconds to go.
You know, win or loss, Sheffield, you know, they brought it back. They did what they should have done at the beginning of the game, and have made it respectable. There's still 39 seconds left.
6-point game. Sharks playing full court defense. Comes off the foot of Surrey. And Raf is getting to the point there where I need to ask you for your game MVP as a timeout's called on the floor. I'll leave you a little bit longer to think about it. But if you're watching on YouTube, do leave a comment. Who do you think should be game MVP tonight? Whole lot of options to choose from. It's been some fantastic performances up and down the board. And Raf with 36 seconds to go here. Sharks trailing this one by 6. They trailed by as many as 24 points in this one. You feel like there's still time, but they're going to have to get it done on the defensive end and then maybe knock down a couple of threes as well. But we've seen stranger things happen in the British Basketball League this season.
Yeah, like I said, I've been a part of it with Sheffield. So let's make sure, you know, Surrey does what they need to do, gets the stops that they need, and end the game out. If it was the end right now, I would go with Saquon Jamison. 13 rebounds, 19 points. You know, with 36 seconds, he might even add to that total. But I think he's been a difference maker today.
Well, don't forget, Surrey are in action again tomorrow. They take on the Leicester Riders. 5 p.m. tip-off from Surrey Sports Park. Less than 24-hour turnaround for them as a part of a busy weekend. And, of course, Manchester Giants, they are hosting the newly crowned trophy champions Saturday night, 8 p.m. in a Northwest derby. Don't forget, you can watch all those games on the British Basketball League YouTube channel this season. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe to never miss a minute of the action. Well, under 40 seconds to go here. The fans are on their feet at Surrey Sports Park. They're anticipating a home win, but Sheffield Sharks will have plans of themselves. Going to be a foul called on Sheffield, just a second team foul for them. You have fouls to give here. 35 seconds to go. Important for them not to turn the ball over here on the inbound pass. Robinson to inbound, finds Wang, almost stolen away. There's another foul by Bennett Cook this time. Going to inbound from the side once again. Sharks just trying to get in the bonus here, in the penalty even. Ball into Lawrence, and there's another quick foul. And now the Sheffield Sharks are in the penalty. So this next foul will send Surrey to the line. Bennett Cook takes a seat. He's mixing up the lineup for Coach Atiba Lions. As his team looks to get a steal off the inbounds. Robinson have to get it in here. And they get it into Quinn Cooper. And he will get fouled. So that will send him to the free throw line. And he's a 91% free throw shooter on the season, Raf. Of all the players you could possibly foul in this situation, it's probably the worst player you could foul.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you've given them the commentators cash, maybe misses two, maybe it's still a game. But yeah, 91%, that's huge. With the way he shoots threes, it's to be expected, but they had to do what they had to do.
Well, Quinn Cooper really was a spark plug early on in this game for the Surrey Scorchers. As he knocks down the first, gets his tally up to 10 points. Chance to push it out to an 8-point lead at the foul line. He takes a well-earned break on the bench. Fantastic performance for Quinn Cooper tonight. The fans are on their feet at Surrey Sports Park, and Sheffield Sharks, they need to put points up on the board quickly. Nice move, and it's blocked, but a goaltend is called against Jameson. The basket will count. 26 seconds to go. Bit of full court pressure going to be played once again by the Sharks. You see it just knock the ball away from above the ring. Easy goaltend to call in the end.
Yeah, quick two. You know, sometimes you might feel like you need to go for a three. But when it's in this position, you need a couple baskets. So a quick two is just as good, if not better.
They need a steal here. If they don't get a steal, they need to foul. And there's the foul in the end by the Sharks. And it will send Sheffield to the line once again. Sorry, to the line once again, even. And Andrew Lawrence, chance to really put this game away now, create that separation. And if they can hold on here, Raf, it will be an important win for them as they restart their league campaign for the second half of the season.
Yeah, that puts them a game away from, you know, the 9th place. Unfortunately for Sheffield, that brings them to 11-11, tied with Bristol. And I feel like, you know, the games in February are so important. You could be having completely different conversations from the beginning of this month to the end of this month. So we'll see how this ends.
Well, shot clock is turned off. Nixon looking to go coast to coast. Ends up getting knocked down a play by Wang. And Sheffield Sharks will inbound the ball from the baseline. All but done here at Surrey Sports Park. 17 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. The Surrey Scorchers led by as many as 24 points. The Sharks stalled back in the second half. They have outscored the Scorchers 25-9 in this 4th quarter. Shot up by Glasgow, can't get it to go. And it will be Sharks ball once again. Nixon to inbound. Glasgow has to shoot, puts it up for 3, knocks it down. And it is a 5-point game with 9 seconds to go. Ball comes off the underside of the backboard. Oh, it's stolen back by Surrey. 4 seconds to go and ball trickles out of play. They got a quick steal, the Sheffield Sharks. They cut it down to a 5-point game with the 3-point jumper. You see, they threw it off the underside of the backboard. Someone's down on the far side as well. I think it was Nixon. And Glasgow looked like he stepped out of play there. It's going to be Surrey ball. Timeout's called on the floor. And with a 5-point game with 4 seconds to go, I mean, we've just seen there, Raf, I mean, how quickly it is for them to retain possession here.
I feel like the game's over. Like I said, it's never...
I think it's a technical foul being called. As Tiba Lyon's not happy out there. And Justin Robinson will not convert on the tech.
You know, I think this is first.
You can see what Tiba Lyons thinks of it. Apologies if you could lip read.
You know, he's got so much passion as a previous player. As some of our research has shown.
There's 4 seconds to go here. It's going to be Surrey to inbound the ball.
See how this game ends.
Sheffield need a steal. Ball into Quinn Cooper. It's going to be a foul call, and he will go back to the line where he's a 90% free throw shooter on the season. And Rafi, you're just making a point there just before that break.
Yeah, Atiba, you know, previous play for Sheffield. That passion is just coming through in the coaching. They're not in the best situation in the season, but it just shows how much he cares about it. You know, I wouldn't advise getting texts as a coach, but, you know, if that's how he feels like he wants to handle the situation, that's how he feels like he has to handle it.
Of course, they trailed by as many as 24 points, and his side rallied back into this one to make it tight down the stretch. But important for them to start games strong. We haven't seen them start games strong recently.
Yeah, I think, you know, same kind of situation as the game in the trophy, where it was a long first quarter for them.
Well, timeout's been called by Sheffield Sharks coach Atiba Lyons. He is on the court right now, centre court. He's still talking to the officials. He's already picked up a technical foul. He has to be careful here, at risk of picking up a second. You see the assistant coach is just ushering him back on to the bench area.
I know, again, like I said, it's a game of passion, but as a coach, you've got to make a decision, because it's not just you and the ref. The players are watching you, and they need you to be composed so that they can be composed in different situations. It might not be this game where it comes out, but it might be another game where they need that composure, and because he's kind of, you know, blown up at the wrong time, it could come back to bite him. But, you know, on the flip side of that, that passion might be the driving force for wins in the remainder of the season. So, you know, it's a toss of the coin.
It's hard to mistake anger for passion. I mean, Atiba Lyons, very passionate coach about his Sheffield Sharks side, and sometimes it takes that from a coach to really get a reaction out of your players out there on the court as well. You know, sometimes you see coaches pick up a technical foul to get their team back into it. Of course, this game was a bit out of their reach now, but you can see just how much he cares about this Sheffield Sharks team.
Yeah, I didn't say there was no anger there. There might have been a little bit of anger, but, you know, the anger comes from he cares so much about the situation, which is what you want to see.
Well, Sharks to inbound the ball here, and that will just about do it. The three-pointer is up, no good by Eitel Rock, and an important win for Surrey Scorchers as the regular season gets back underway. They've held off a late run from the Sheffield Sharks, and it's a big win at home in front of the fans at Surrey Sports Park. And Raf, it was an incredible first half performance by coach Lloyd Gardner's side. They did just about enough to hold off Lions. The loss for them makes their winless run and a